The skill in using open space in World Café is not so much the logistics of how do I facilitate it, but rather how do I come up with a good core question that we're dealing with, and how do we create an invitation that is honest, that is authentic, and that gets people into the room. For civic engagement practitioners, for dialogue practitioners, it also represents maybe a non-traditional form of facilitation learning as well, and a set of leadership skills that will not only help them to be able to host world cafes and open spaces and other large group processes, but I think is also applicable as a leadership approach in other spaces in which we're facing complexity. So we spend a bit of time in the course discussing the nature of complex problems and technical problems, and the kinds of leadership with groups that's required in both. And in using open space in World Café, you're needing to be an adaptive leader who's comfortable in the complex domains. The second thing we do is we actually have an experience of World Café, where we use World Café to work on questions or to work on invitations that are really alive for us, and so that people can both have a practical experience of World Café if they've never experienced it before, but also apply the learning of the collective intelligence of the group of people to real issues that they're dealing with. Then in the afternoon, we have an experience of open space technology, and we spend about 3.5 hours in the afternoon in an open space meeting, but bringing the questions and the conversations that people are in their work to see if people can't collaborate with each other and to provide some coaching and some wisdom there. The stuff really works, but it often gives us the kind of outcomes that are difficult to handle. Let's be honest. Because I think what we're seeking in the world right now, or what's privileged in what we're seeking in the world, is clear answers and simple ways forward. And this world is too complicated and too complex. We're not going to solve climate change with simple answers and simple pathways forward. So it works, but it requires people to be comfortable with uncertainty, with ambiguity, and with having just enough clarity to move forward.